the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
For Reverend John Nsem-Pii, Member of Parliament for Asen South. Oni Oman Hene Kwabna Asante Achechen Enkomobi. Na in fact, Enkomo Omudie nyina efa ensema John Dramani Mahama ede na no ekoka ede fa eye LGBTQ+ ho a wo kan say anti-LGBTQ+ bill no enye ne priority. For Reverend John Nsem-Pii question a obisa ene say, so imagine sen kanana do Akufo-Addo ene bie na no kan say LGBTQ+ bill no low on his priority list. For nkade be na NDC for ebeye kaya NDC in opposition and some more candidate na Nana Akufo-Addo Emma Empokra Sam George can say na Nana Akufo-Addo any Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia one support gay na a vote for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia a vote for gayism wo Ghana ha for NDC for Babemu John Dramani Mahama sana no na eno na Reverend John Nsem-Pii aba bonten a just say circulate all newspaper fronts a what can say entinya John Dramani Mahama ye ne kaka sa ansem isi oba LGBTQ+ bill no obe sign in a fast kra afedie be na esi enne asofofo okoshia John Dramani Mahama Cali Bishops Conference wonu shia John Dramani Mahama wo sesa no afi kwad wo say anti-LGBTQ+ bill no enye ni enka ne priority ehun enye ni topmost priority ebusafo and the Reverend John Nsem-Pii a Nsem-Pii de akire John Dramani Mahama ene Sam George yenye bre ni nti ensema all kan ene anopai wa bra ne oman hene Kwabena Asante edi enkomo yi
me gidi se ya sori anopai de what our number one gentleman ne position on matters of LGBTQ but what
o matepa
it settles the matter. Or
you with the media phone, me media Reverend Doctor Opuni Frimpon so okasa here. In fact, I was say a nipa de uma with you, aye with you. Wope abenjanwa me chantro. Now my promises are one is in free wakumem. Now fam me dada asofo. Fam me dada him fam me dada imam for family dada brantie no bia ewie ne the 2 minutes on sasewo e na wo ba bebo LGBT mo ban wo na so ba be semre mo odene ye deal with LGBT nti asofo gina ho e bonsem pra de ma e sa ma okoto e bu nkotodwe hwie o ye bompa ye bobo ton sakese gu so sa ko mo pulpit so ko preach the tia ban na oteso e sise nkom de ma e mo aba beye president and less than 2 years, or just a year and a little over a year and 3 months. No, what me be share sound so full in when a him for him, Ghana for him, to me country almost say, and ye were bread and butter issues, your basic needs. Ye were you must someone young can we, ye were health to someone young can we, ye were almost young someone young can we, and you know, LGBT input ye, a idea, and count priorities in one cry, a low. In our priority, Okasa, a big betrayal of trust, a betrayal, Kesia na dark, a scam, Kesia, and it's a soft for Imam for, and near him for the check, and it's a CSO's ditch, and it's a Ghana for Bunitra, a major deception, a one for Ubuni and Idia Magana for to the man. So, we are Manunia. So there's not a Reverend or Dr. Opuni Ekano. As all you at all times, whether you are in opposition or you are in power. It is a opposition. Now my major promise. In fact, Sabreno, my party was in power. So they okay now. I was a deputy minister for education. But the me fee say what me Bible move, never my mom me come and him fear my hand for catching me. And me come in person so the pastor so for catching me as a society. They you more here some. Na Bible so a man here chiwade no. Me gina mu best can see some more than me gina mu be at the time na nyoma say ehun say the aircon. I was one of the first people ye kasa ye the betia mpenimfo the betia hwan the ye kan ni nyina okromu ha. Nne wa na so ye sofo. Asa breyes of pon sorry gina ye emma President ultimatum sabe na are humpo empenifo to me ma President Akufo-Addo ultimatum e man order by 2 weeks time you must do this. Threaten no one sign and BBC say threaten no man ultimate to so ya crack it to be a survey or take or more eco school. Now so President Akufo-Addo anko kan baby ada say LGBT enye priority mano. Hey, omahine na ka President Akufo-Addo ko jina baby kan say LGBT enye some hia kra na low on the priority list. E kan fi say oye ne ben na kesi Ghana ha. Enka amanfo beti te suko kwa akire no press conference demonstrations ahodo. And sorry, I can best sorry, Cassetia. One kind of sample, no, share the only year, no, at the year, no man, the TIA buying. And ne, o man penina, Mobua, no, be a president. More Mujidia or no, I say, or Babel's government sponsored bill. It mutual when him catch them, say, and yen a priority. Nampono, Lincoln, some put me cassette, Lincoln degree now, one withdraw, no crampono, Chelsea. It was a factor the development partners so views. Hey, what's the betrayal?
Well.
You make answer. President Mahama must set his priorities right. Media, me Bible na make kind. The LGBT that say chiwa di wom. Ghana na me tie no. I say South and Ghana ham be tie. LGBT is still a priority. Sir, and now can say what basic needs no. 2024, 2023, 2022. Na Ghana no ni any basic needs wa. Na edwuma sam nye basic need na ehumasi anye basic need na aduane sam anye basic need entino enne afei no aba ba basic need nya ono no so yes why reset enti say wo so why reset e exchange rate akofom inflation akofom e ma nyoma akofom a say ne ka wa wo so yes why o man yi na no credit a those basic needs shouldn't they have been addressed? It is second by your own achievement at what time to know it contradicts assessing and will making say and net a how can see and a how you will how can see a pa a kruma one somewhere no we are LGBT so brana woman only a presence on sign sample who promises a oba best sign sample they are solve basic needs problems in everyone. This is hypocrisy on the highest order and people must be bold. As of in your bold direct to the president me and wada because a brand new press conference because me I'm a software America and I'm saying this partially on mine. So you can't ukumuha a bedroom review a software so you can't praise the Lord so because if double standards any debate setting at the time of Nippon cancer any priority bill there are two ecumenical bodies, Assemblies of God, Catholic Bishop Secretariat, after all Abasobody the bomber on Manpeni Mahama Baso. It's not hypocrisy. It is, and I'll be bold to say it as it is. Because look, so beat me the catch at the time I can say I buy a teacher manual so and yet private individual been a printer. I buy Nakasa Ministry of Education, Naka, NGS, a team art transport to Aqua could distribute to their children. I'm a teacher for a workshop, I'm a training woman, say, woman class, indeed, woman say, so you'll buy a bear man. And yet the trial the war. Name mono, a watin kind womb as government sponsored agenda of LGBT. Ewo Krumuha. Rebecca, I almost in two for your chantro until some may confer textbook no at the buy, confer teacher manual and the buy, they call radio station, TV station, get BMU. And I must say, hey, son at here, one more buyer, we thought, say, Sankaye from Swat, almost sack it, Naka Director General. One more sack because a government agenda. Into almost Yahweh draw, for all the secondary schools in this country, they will tell you the books are still there. Not even one has been withdrawn. And you know,
Pacho, you know, sir, and Kratan ebe Tabontiana a different gender in a very different manner, weird manner. And that's what Sukuma de
that's what schools and then there's so much the Sakata for much every. And that's what they have not withdrawn it.
Debbie, honorable Mr. The Carter free a year the ministry. Ebaya, I withdraw. Sad, maybe Kinka is a Carter. I'm trying to look out for the Carter. So I'm surprised.
A press release. I'm only trying to go 2 foot to the Ghana for any. Just a press release from Nakane Ministry of Education. Say, oh, and this thing came to our attention, and we have withdrawn it. They should bring a letter. I've been a deputy minister for education. They should bring a letter, a directive from GES directing headmasters and HOD say, we have withdrawn these books and therefore everybody should discard this book. Letter circular, no? There was no such circular. In fact, nobody has even called any teacher or headmaster say, we have teachers in the system. Teacher for they are there. And they will tell you the books are just there. The press conference or statements are over and nobody wrote anything. Nobody called any regional director. No regional director called any district director. No district director went with any circular whatsoever to any headmaster. And be release him. Is it a chromo and a new man when I first said it, almost over until until me book Naka Director General, Naka professor no a board chairman hey ono kra no book no beto dwana me charles editor social media so no visa enye no kre afi no wa confirm we free Naka say no kre. This is the country we live in. State sponsored LGBT agenda. BBC could see we kufu Addo prince wa ekebenya so de dimu ha comprehensive omagene okay comprehensive sexuality education. The empenifo bi sorry ye hu dede ni na na efo aso no eno mpo no na enye curriculum na podia say never he never did that. A private a pilot implementation President Mahama pencil between 2012 to 2016 omoko j $73 million be free UNFP for population for what no more pilot sexuality education in some communities and some schools. And the brand na po ba ya no ba very formal curriculum no stakeholders were afraid say one sham one sorry ankasa those documents no ebeba mainstream curriculum nim and no mo sorry di tie and no crampo no hwe propaganda wo de kan edit tia Ghana edit tia ban no na enei aban na tumi tintin krata print a distribute to the akomi akre ye may such a diabolical indoctrination. No we sanko UN eko to aba I say to the tia LGBT no odwane free ho abstaining obi anka hwe sanko fam rantie mienu every South Africa ba ema o mbe fefi o mo ano ewo independent act e de set agenda campaign obi anka hwe okromu ha samo mampeni nankasa ebe bi na numu eka etunu tio say LGBT no enye hia samo ne na enu ana ye hia samo a ene de nye hia samo dim and obi aso ayedin.
Well, but maybe out of context now, pick a president because the president talks about grappling with a lot of serious issues. To say health, to say education, matters of employment, welfare of the Ghanaian. And maybe if Oka say on his scale of preference, on choose topmost priority, the president will rather looking at employment opportunity, health needs, educational matters, and then the welfare of the Ghanaian much more better than a year.
Good. Omahine, 2021, a day by 2024. Sabreno ana COVID. I say, o man be a sick as some, the Diana, some in the health system. Sabreno, not o mind bang. And another basic health needs, no. So be said, need and also compared to any. Into comparing 2022, 2021, maybe 2024, and then in which era any can say apomodene a very basic need and must be a topmost priority. Yes, so when we impose the LGBT as them, which era am I going to be sound? Oh my God. Open the gas here.
Jim FM.
And yes, I'm Breno. And I can make us a health a major priority. I hope you are with me.
But you meet you.
Yes, me besides 2021 to 2024. As I've been COVID at was o man be also around sacking the health system. Around sacking the food chain, around sacking the economy. A lot of people they lay one more off. I'm a Juma I say a lot of people into me at that time, no. I know Mampeni Mahama the propaganda weaponize the LGBT say and none the yet Ghana here some number one and they the major priority. Now or none were president and best sign in tentem no bapa or best sign in tentem in fact or best government sponsored bill they deal with it no. That time any A very bang, and I said jobs, health, education, any food, and yet very basic needs.
So now, one can say, and you will bosom friend, one priority, bright or opposition, or more position, almost more condo, yen sign in 10 terminal, or no dear promise baby, and a couple bromoso, that the Naminiano my air can. Now we see, we are saying, then some family and sign, was it there be our president, Yankona Mahama and sign, Pedro Mahama, so say, Bill Nankasano, and the Drew President Kufad with him. And I hear this answer. Nanya one among the year propaganda say, Bill no at the President Kufad with him and was on sign into a troll letter come Parliament to say, Omefo Madi and one sign then sign China. And then now say, Bill no crown sound by and a new president when it after Parliament and it was never transmitted. That's what me say Ghana for him can talk as you say, and we need power. Then a Ghana for and a more that woman do imagine the agro. LGBTQ. Ninja Campiano, January 2025 or so in we are. Can it be some conference work on it? One call the Subisa and LGBT assembly. Your catcher of that simple yes, a curriculum put them the bill in here. A black can it be some conference of 4 Muna woman in Switzerland, one or Sansa and Adrian. In that same meeting, so I said it. On Wankasa, Empo at the government sponsored bill Beba. In fact, about a month later, or 6 years, so will be brave. Accra International Conference Center, so that was my fireman. The same as so for now, Womokusian will easily gone. As Abreno, or say Omubo, so no never be sign LGBT bill, Nama Omubo and Semuman opera, Sample fireman. Osia Omuada Omasi, Accra International Conference Center, or sense is to be as a matter of public record, say, or no, the same body. LGBT private members bill now, DH, and Numkremu Hamano, and one the government sponsored bill, EPA. And when you can't say, the CU and CU in the past, Nina, a chum, and to be a Henry or Mampenina, at this Abema Attorney General, the bill, no Aquacoto. Yet, train for several months, or on for Bill Bianco, and the science team the same bill, no. Yeah, a pass the condos will be signed and sent to the call Parliament. In fact, they call Parliament as far processes in we gazette. A drew say about take ya appear on the other paper pet and an order from above. Oh, Hinana, a damn make us ask them we will read you so. What do you mean? The evidence Ben I may was say, or than if free presidents and a bus speaker of Parliament in Mahama Yarega or the pressure to say, Omundility other paper no. Bill no mundility free, so it is not a priority and yet government priority. And then no matter what so mundility and yet change no mundility yes because and come more priority munyan sukra. And in parliamentary practice, 1 year a set the agenda, extra priority set. As same way any second run, as same way watch yen take as same way watch ye move home, a speaker of parliament, any majority leader. Ramping for me new way, 1 minute. And control the agenda of Parliament. And the meaning Speaker of Parliament said, "Ye, Nicole does have the way pa." And the combat all of a sudden, you can be by ya or move who you can move food utility free. So on, and he said, "No, a order from above." Nika Ghana for me 7 months. Ye kai your own press conference in Parliament. Kai answer after 7 months. No, almost the other 2 other people. One of the 2 other people for 2 months answer yeah baby makwan akọ research no woman frɛ a single meeting say a yare fair bill na ma committee no esiampu na wo mo adwen bi ho kwan ya de be fa so no obi atuna adwen wo ho no obi ampo mo so obi sa we ase ko bi sa we ni nyina mo no na ye de ye tete e wo ye peki ya intel say enyi wo mo priority na enyi wo mo priority tena na ni na no kan Ghana for say hey ntim fojo le bia na aka bibi obo tim na aka ene o mampani Mahama na nkasa atumi abebi na nu mu aka say in fact in line with any suspicion ya the woman trodo ni say sample no enye ne priority enye na hia sam kra the catch the Ghana o mampani Mahama say what scam Ghana for we a big scam na sɛ wo se ene LGBT enye priority a Ghana for the priority pa o more so wo ba yi wo na wo ye president a wetin tim nkrata aye teacher manual dia ko classroom ama teacher for dia kren kwala na wi as me and tim for jo man ko intercept that teacher manual na ma na ka Ghana for bia kra ni say ya dance na gu abonten ye meya ye di omakogu secondary school no President Mahama atuenya akukudro ne minister for education ne naka atintim krata say so yo ba yo ye be man enye bi tia wo enye de wo na mu ye atenka onya wo mu na mpo betua yo ba san ye be ma asampa ye miru ni nyina this dangerous definition and Mahama administration NDC etintim dia ko classroom obi aye din wo ho so we withdraw and I told Ghanaians say I draw womo withdraw na withdraw china yes pray will be bia o unimu no a o kire physical education lecture bisa me say book na yes o ma withdraw no womo abeje they will tell you so mo boa da sukura wo e school so abai da fo we and na Ghana fo e ko to abade ma no na ne nyina mo no every day bia no mo da mo hu adi na nka wo da Ghana fo I promise you will be biana quadan with you or more. And Kadia no me a year chiwadi de and can one scam or more cry.
What
bet me, Missy.
And Commissia Senrano, Utie, a Fabian Suswa. Say you. Some penny can't say a year priority are not on punch, say, and yadia abandoning enku cra nemum. Said ye would ye here, and Sunday what ye fatano. The here no obobo so, and not doing so by say, when in Caddy here no, I can be at the fatano. And yes, I net ye. Nadia, and I ama the Mampenica ye, aye as some if indeed, see what other developmental issues are. I was saying, I can once more.
Ninia, 2021, Ebepim 2024. Wabra na o man bia free covid mu a na ni etutu agu ni nsam o man si kasam nankokom epopo o man bia pre economic recovery sabre no na LGBT eno na the topmost priority okromu ha mini amibi saw 2024 na o mampani Mahama ejina Nsem-Pii so be bia de propaganda say President Kufuor eno no so LGBT so na yen tuntiano Sam George no di gina go camp message major one so yen tuntia MPP na MPP aban yes so LGBT so mo eba na aba be sign na abdo na hia Ghana for pa asofo mpenimfo akukuda mo kromo ha there is not a single ecumenical body and me asofo but no krebi ho say yanka no kran say mpenimfo asofo a the relevance of the Christian community no ebeyira we so focus akro biampo ntie biu yenka no krankyere ya ye ho yenka no krankyere ye ho asofo mpenimfo ma ukrumu ha ultimatum a wo mode ma president Kufuor assist so ye small boy